Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma inaugurates first Indian Sailing League at Umiam. Meghalaya government signs MOU with National Jal Jeevan Mission to boost rural water supply. Meghalaya has adequate domestic LPG supply, assures Food and Civil Supplies Minister Methodius Dakhar. KHADC opposition backs urgent amendment of Rule 128. Opposition leader urged Executive Committee to act without delay. And first Shillong International Film Festival 2026 concludes today. The news in detail. First, the local news. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma today inaugurated the first edition of the Indian Sailing League at Umiam, marking a major step in promoting the state as a global tourism and sports destination. Organized by the Tourism Department in collaboration with sailing bodies, the event features 14 teams and over 180 participants, including international sailors. In his address, the Chief Minister highlighted ongoing infrastructure growth, improved connectivity, and plans to host major national and international events, including the 2027 National Games. He said initiatives like the league are part of a long-term vision to position Meghalaya as a premier destination for tourism and water sports.
And so we made a very conscious decision that we will work and plan things in such a manner that we should be able to unlock the tremendous potential that lies in and around this particular venue. And so the journey began. Many activities took place. Many individuals got involved. And I am extremely happy to see the kind of work that has unfolded. Colonel Yadav and his team have done extraordinary work.
The state government today signed an MOU with the National Jal Jeevan Mission to strengthen rural water supply system. In the presence of Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma and Union Minister C.R. Patel, the agreement enables release of central funds while placing responsibility on the state for implementation and service delivery. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma reaffirmed commitment to safe and sustainable drinking water for all households, highlighting efforts on water source rejuvenation. Union Minister for Jal Shakti C.R. Patel stressed the need for last-mile delivery and effective execution to achieve the vision of a developed India.
आज जल जीवन मिशन जो हमारे प्रिय प्रधानमंत्री जी का एक बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट मिशन और एक प्रोजेक्ट था। पिछले सालों में भारत सरकार के सपोर्ट से मेघालय स्टेट जो पूरे देश में सबसे नीचे नंबर में था, 1% से नीचे हमारे जो पाइप घर थे, आज जाके हम लोग करीब 84% कनेक्टिविटी हम लोग आज दे पाए हैं। और ये सभी आपके और हमारे ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर की वजह से।
Food and Civil Supplies Minister Methodius Dakhar has assured that Meghalaya has adequate domestic LPG supply, though there is no surplus availability. He acknowledged a shortage of commercial LPG cylinders due to distribution caps imposed by the Government of India. The state government has urged the centre to increase LPG allocation, even even as supply conditions showed slight improvement with better stock received on Wednesday.
Ya kini ki LPG ki beri namta ki jumpa kam haying te hadu kat mata ki sini kamdan kata kajing dunah lani kani ke shortage Henry ban pahu pada kumbah kaki por ki ba kamdan kani kathma lani shwa bakan jia kani kathma te kamlong kumta long ban pahu ngim pahu Henry bangin dunah ro kamdan kajing dunah te no so ban oi ki ba kim dei ban don tak kajing tiang kamdan ka kim dei ban shu ya buk plumaro ya kini ki sai lenda nang ta kadon pade nam ta kini ki restaurant bat ki hotel te abade bat ki restaurant bat ki hotel to kadon hi ka jingduna namar na kali jo ka central government manakane por ba ka supply kapen duna kumba arpo persen nani ngiron kata ka gap supply kumba arpo persen kata kumba baladangi amadshwangi dan sistem kamsis pa tali mentang yo kumba arpo tali te na kaliang gojonga ba na department ngil ad hoc ka city chapo union minister bakin consider ya ka state ka jungi bakin increase ya ka jing supply bakin
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma today attended the Diamond Jubilee celebration and College Week 2026 closing ceremony of Sinat College Shillong in Shillong. In his address, the Chief Minister praised the institution's legacy in shaping generations with strong values and highlighted education as the most powerful tool for societal transformation. He said the state invests nearly 1,200 crores annually in education and stressed the need to focus on entrepreneurship, noting limited government job opportunities for the growing youth population. The Chief Minister, along with Principal G. Lingdo, Vice Principal and the President of the governing body of the college, took part in the release of the college souvenir as part of the Diamond Jubilee celebrations.
Friends, we have always believed that the greatest investment that we can make as a society and as a government is investment in human capital. Education is the way forward in which we can change our society, transform our people, and take our state forward. Yes, there are challenges, and yes, it is a long process. But I'm happy to inform you that as a state, as a society, and as a government, we are in the right direction of taking the education sector to the next level.
The opposition in the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council has backed the amendment of Rule 128, calling on the Executive Committee to take urgent steps on the issue. Talking to our reporter, KHADC opposition leader Titos Tarwell Khan has urged the Executive Committee to urgently amend Rule 128 relating to participation and voting rights in council elections. Khan also called for the revival of the pending 2018 amendment introduced under former CEM H.S. Shilla, which is still awaiting approval. He stressed that immediate action is needed while broader electoral reforms may follow. However, KHADC opposition MDCs were left dejected today after failing to meet CEM Winton Tony Lingdo despite waiting for over 3 hours.
Kasyong hakani ka isi menda ka jing perkhat ka jungki nagabantaban wan ra biang ya kani ka amendment te ka bakongsa ni kalong bala daja ba ngiwan ra amendment tang ya ka 128 lani ye ni bentai bi dei bat ka jing yele election jing yo ban yele election ki bomdei rulum bat kumjuru po ban yo thebut bomdei rulum kemudian kihaban rai ke bagian le but nakaliang kajangi hingi so wa deban amen.
Opposition MDCs in the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council have raised concerns over lack of clarity on schemes under the 15 Finance Commission. Opposition leader Titos Darwal Khan said no official confirmation has been received on approval of proposal submitted for 2022-23 and 2023-24, while no proposal were made for 2024-25. He also questioned whether these schemes will continue under the 16 Finance Commission. Earlier, Executive Member Powell Socklet stated that projects worth around Rs 56 crore are being implemented, with over 2,400 proposals covering infrastructure and essential services. He attributed delays to technical and audit procedures, assuring that pending payments will be cleared soon.
Kami kanu ka koresponden la yo ka scheme la sanction kami officially kum ki MDC hanu mentang kami ye tingi shui lang ba ka statement ong ba la yo bisa tenre do mentapat ngimpat yo kanu ka intimation ong ba la sanction ki scheme ki jung ka scheme ni kadang bun ka bangi la propose na do snem arkulai jong arkulai arsau the assumption the kami pat khot ban propose then re ngimtip pat nomor ba ka 16 finance kan sa sedang no adin jong match ngimtip la dang yo ne emi.
The Bharatiya Janata Party in Meghalaya has urged the state government to ensure a conducive environment and hold GHADC elections within the next few months despite the extended term. BJP spokesperson M. Kharkrang blamed the recent unrest on a candidate attempting to file nomination without an ST certificate and called for accountability. While rejecting allegations of BJP involvement, meanwhile BJP leaders including Ernest Mauri have applied to contest the Shillong parliamentary by-election following the demise of MP Dr. Ricky Sinkan. The party is yet to finalize its candidate, with the central leadership to take the final call.
That was a reaction, and it was actually uncalled for. I should say in the first things that whatever has happened was uncalled for in a sense, but the root cause was one of the prospective candidates wanted to file the nominations. When the District Council Executive Committee has already issued that only those with scheduled tribe certificates can't be allowed to file the nominations. I really don't know whether he's a part of the group which had filed the petition in the High Court, and from where they got a favorable order. But I feel that he should have waited for the High Court order to come up.
The Arts and Culture Department organized a workshop on tribal startups, GI registration, financial literacy and cybersecurity at the State Central Library in Shillong. Director, Arts and Culture Department, Yada Shisha Majau, said the program will help participants understand the process of securing GI tags for their products. Resource person Sandeep Das informed that 119 products from the Northeast have already applied for GI recognition and guided participants on the application process. The initiative, supported by the Ministry of Tribal Affairs, aimed to boost entrepreneurship and enhance financial and cyber awareness among tribal communities across the state.
Here today's workshop is regarding how to apply for GI and what is the process of applying applications. So that points mainly we will discuss, and which products we can apply for the GI. Means there are many segments, many class of the product, like agro products is there, horti products is there, fruits are there, flower is there. Your from different community you will get different textile, different musical instrument, different jewelries item, and different household item also. That how it is differentiating with other community, that we have to establish, and how to apply this.
The Green Tech Foundation has opposed the state government's move to hand over 66 acres at Umiam Reservoir to Indian Hotels Company Limited for a luxury resort. Foundation Chairman H. Bansiudor Nonglang warned that the project could harm the fragile ecosystem of Lom Pondeng Island and Umiam Lake, already under environmental stress. He also questioned the approval process, citing RTI findings that environmental consent was granted to a different entity. The foundation has urged the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council to deny clearance and warn of legal action, while demanding the Tourism Department withdraw the land allotment.
Ketujur, ia ka District Council ba phimdei ban issue kanu ka approval, phimdei ban issue kanu ka clearance, phimdei ban issue kanu ka NOC, but what yale ba kini kibru kinyo saya ka CTO ka concern to operate nang ni sakamat. But nakaliang jongi ka Green Tech Foundation yal da pa ka petition po District Council ba lakumno maki kide ban simkya nomor da pipai bhai ko order nomor hadin jong ka katuba ong ay pi ba ka high court kala sim sumuto kala pen mi gini ko order but kalau ong bahang ni ba nakaliang ka court kala sungun nomor nakaliang jong state government ba nakaliang jong ka District Council kila sim kya ban yada nang ni syakmat ya kapung Umiam bat nakaliang jong ka court kala hon ya kata Henry da menta piwan ra sundan ban pen pra yu te island hang te hapo pung Umiam.
A review meeting on the Nasha Mukh Bharat Abhiyan was held in Ampati, chaired by Raymond D. Shira, to assess efforts against drug abuse and review welfare schemes. Officials discussed the Joint Action Plan on Substance Abuse among Children, guided by the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights, and reviewed district-level activities and future plans. The meeting also highlighted strengthening of coordination committees, plans to establish rehabilitation centers, and progress under initiatives like the DREAM project. The first edition of the Shillong International Film Festival will conclude today at the State Convention Centre, Shillong. The closing ceremony held today saw the presence of IPR Minister Lakman Rimboy as chief guest. DD News Meghalaya was on the ground to cover the event. Here is a quick highlights.
Government of Meghalaya is organising the first Shillong International Film Festival that began on the 25th of March to the 27th of March 2026 right here at the State Convention Centre in Shillong. Well, the festival is supported by NFDC under the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India. Well, Meghalaya Chief Minister Shri Conrad K. Sangma graced the first edition of the festival alongside other officials including the IPR Minister Shri Lakman Rimboy and also the Commissioner and Secretary Vijay Kumar Mantri IAS and the Director of Information and Public Relations BS Sotliya IAS. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the festival.
International Film Festival this year in 2026. As correctly mentioned by our guest of honor and other dignitaries, that this is something that we have been wanting to do for a very, very long time. The reasons for it are numerous. To start with, we have always felt that our youngsters are immensely talented, but they lack the platform and the ecosystem to allow them to showcase the talent that they have.
Day one saw the screening of the much acclaimed film Haling Khabning, The Elysian Field, directed by National Award-winning filmmaker Pradeep Kurbat.
I think this is a great stepping stone, you can say, in terms of, see, for me what is important is that what we lack is cinema culture. If we have such kind of film festival, I think the cinema culture, understanding of cinema will grow. People will understand, like, there are films from outside the state, like, outside the country, you should come watch them. I think this is the right place to come, networking, discussing cinema, even for the new filmmakers. I think they should not miss such kind of opportunity to come,
The Shillong International Film Festival 2026 is a curated platform dedicated to independent cinema from the 8 states of the northeast of India. The festival aims to bring forward regional voices, indigenous narratives, and socially relevant filmmaking while creating opportunities for professional exchange, skill development, and audience engagement. And Shillong, with its rich cultural heritage and growing creative ecosystem, provides an ideal context for such a festival.
People have started to look up to the festival. It doesn't come again. So this time they are still not very sure what kind of film they are going to screen here. But my thought on this, I want people to come and see it with their own eyes, and because filmmaking is about expressing our thoughts or opinions, like I always used to say that. So I want them to come and connect with the films being screened here and to get the message, and maybe they can apply it to their day-to-day life.
Furthermore, the first edition of the Shillong International Film Festival sprinkle in interactive Q&A sessions scheduled after each film screening, where the directors of the respective films engaged either in person or virtually with the audience. The 3-day festival this year witnessed the screenings of some of the celebrated indie cinema from the Northeast and beyond, masterclasses, exciting tech stalls, student film competition, among others. Through this festival, the Directorate of Information and Public Relations, Government of Meghalaya, seeks to strengthen the regional film ecosystem and encourage emerging filmmakers, particularly students.
The various filmmakers from the region and from outside the country also, from beyond the borders, they've come and showcased their films, which is a start. And we also have, we've been showcasing and putting it across of the films that have gone by, that we have produced, our community have produced, right from, way back in 81, Riki, Lightpost Aim, black and white, and then Manik Raitong, which was the first, from our region, a colored film, feature film. So there was a lull. And of course, other films are coming in, being independently produced, and people have been watching them, being distributed from, by various channels through CDs and all that. But we want to bring them in under one umbrella.
The Shillong International Film Festival initiative underscores the government's commitment to nurturing a vibrant cinematic culture within the state and positioning Meghalaya as a significant and vibrant hub for film lovers, storytellers, creators, and students, where stories come alive and creativity takes center stage. Bureau Report, DD News, Meghalaya.
Now moving on to the national news. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has assured that there will be no hike in petrol, diesel and ATF prices despite rising global crude costs. She said the decision was taken under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to ensure price stability and uninterrupted supply. With excise duty cuts and support to oil companies. Meanwhile, Union Petroleum Minister Hardeep Singh Puri said the government is absorbing financial losses to protect consumers from global price shocks amid ongoing geopolitical tensions. The centre has also imposed higher export duties to prioritize domestic supply, while dismissing rumours of any lockdown as baseless.
जिस तरीके से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी तुरंत इसको रिस्पॉन्ड करते हैं, जिससे जनता के ऊपर बोझ ना लगे और जनता के ऊपर ये कष्ट भी ना हो, किल्लत ना हो पेट्रोल और डीजल का और एलपीजी का भी। इस कारण अभी क्योंकि विदेश में मार्केट में दाम बढ़ रही है क्रूड का, उसके कारण पेट्रोल और डीजल का, एटीएफ का, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने ये चाहा कि कंज्यूमर का प्राइस बढ़ना नहीं है। उसके कारण हम निर्णय लिए हैं कि ऑयल मार्केटिंग कंपनीज को सपोर्ट दें और जिससे वो ज़्यादा दाम में खरीदने वाली चीज़ों को सरकार उनको मदद करेगी, मगर जनता के ऊपर रेट बढ़ाना नहीं होना चाहिए।
The government of India has assured that there is no shortage of petrol, diesel or LPG, urging citizens not to panic over rumours. Officials said long queues at fuel stations were driven by misinformation, while supplies remained stable despite rising global crude prices. The government confirmed adequate reserves for the next 2 months, with refineries operating at full capacity and LPG production significantly increased. Priority has been given to domestic consumers while commercial supply is being gradually restored. Authorities have warned of strict action against fake news, hoarding and black marketing.
जैसा कि आप सभी जानते हैं कि we are still in the war situation और इस मिडिल ईस्ट में इस वॉर की वजह से हमारे जो सप्लाईज है क्रूड का, एलपीजी का, एलएनजी का सब अफेक्ट हुए। क्रूड का प्राइस, बाकी प्रोडक्ट्स का प्राइस भी इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में बढ़ा, बट भारत सरकार ने कई स्तर पर कई इम्पॉर्टेंट डिसीजंस लिए और इस सिचुएशन को बहुत इफ़ेक्टिवली मैनेज करने के लिए आज की तारीख में वी हैव सफिशिएंट।
Let's have a look at international news. Balendra Shah was sworn in today as the new Prime Minister of Nepal, with the oath administered by President Ramchandra Podal. At 35, Shah becomes the youngest Prime Minister of the Himalayan nation after his party secured a landslide victory on March 5th parliamentary elections. He also defeated former Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli in Jhapa 5th constituency, marking a major political shift in a traditional stronghold. And in sports news, the first inter-office cricket tournament 2026 concluded at Mairang, organized by the Mairang Officers Club in collaboration with the Eastern West Khasi Hills District Cricket Association. In the final, the Fisheries Department defeated the Police Department, successfully defending a target of 94 runs as the police team were bowled out for 68. The event aimed to promote fitness and camaraderie among government employees. Deputy Commissioner Anita Karpor attended the final, where prizes and cash awards were distributed to the winners and runners-up. And now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature 19 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 31 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 43%. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature 14 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 23 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 63%. Rainfall 1 millimeter. Meanwhile, in July, minimum temperature 13 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 23 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 63%, rainfall 1 millimeter. And the focus in Tura, Shillong and Juwai stays generally cloudy sky with moderate rain at few places. Before we wind up, let's have a look at the headlines once again. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma inaugurates first Indian Sailing League at Umiam. Meghalaya government signs MOU with National Jal Jeevan Mission to boost rural water supply. Meghalaya has adequate domestic LPG supply, assures Food and Civil Supplies Minister Methodist Dakar. KHADC opposition backs urgent amendment of Rule 128. Opposition leader urges Executive Committee to act without delay. And first Shillong International Film Festival 2026 concludes today. Well, viewers, that's all we have in today's edition of the news. Do join us again tomorrow with more updates. Have yourself a good night.